The secret behind the secret. The real secret to abundance, health, and happiness. By Brian McPherson. SeedAndAMethodReview.com. This report can be given away or sold as long as it is not modified in any way. SeedAndAMethodReview.com. With the popularity of the movie The Secret reaching epic proportions, the aim of this report is to show the secret behind the secret and point out why the secret, the law of attraction, doesn't always work. Before I do, however, I want to point out that I am not bashing the movie or book in any way. There is some really good info in there that is improving many people's lives. I feel, however, it can be improved upon. Rather, it has been improved on. Long before the movie ever came out. More about the Seed and a Method later. If you are not familiar with the movie or book The Secret, which is based on the law of attraction, I recommend you check it out. It's a cool movie. Basically what they are getting across is that what you focus upon with emotion, you attract into your life. So if we are always worrying about our financial situation or our health, we are creating more financial and health problems. If we cringe every time we open the mailbox expecting bills, we will create/attract more of what we don't want. And the emotions associated with what we focus on determine how quickly we attract certain things in our life. So by attaching these negative emotions to your financial situation, you are creating more of it. This is because you are holding in mind what you don't want. And the emotions power those negative thoughts, thus making them stronger. You see, the mind is only creative. It will create whatever you hold in mind provided there are no subconscious blocks in conflict with it. So if you are always worrying about money problems, your mind will create more money problems for you. The mind is kind of like an oven. If you put in a shoe, it will bake a shoe. It doesn't care, or can't tell the difference, that you don't want what you are holding in mind. Yet we do that all the time when we are resisting or trying to keep away what we don't want in life, like debt, extra weight, etc. When you are fighting something, whatever it is, you are unconsciously creating more of that very thing. Put another way, if you are getting upset or angry at your current situation, whether it be financial, health, etc., you are creating more of that. The Seed and a Method is one method of releasing this resistance. There are other techniques that can help you do that as well. But subconscious resistance is very sneaky stuff. You probably don't hear it get talked about a lot, but it can really create a lot of unnecessary suffering and sabotage your best efforts if it's not released. Unfortunately, when trying to attract something into your life, associating positive feelings and emotions to it doesn't work as well. I know. That's what we're told in these books, but it doesn't work. I will explain why in the next section. Would you rather want your goals, or would you rather just have them? We have been brought up to believe that in order to get what we want in life, we have to want it really, really bad. We have to have a burning desire for it. May I ask you a question? How many of your burning desires have you achieved? If not very many, that's okay. It's not your fault. I wanted the physique with the six-pack abs so bad in my high school and college years, and it seemed the harder I tried, the more elusive that goal would be. What I have learned from the Seed and a Method is that the best place to create what you want in life is to be okay whether you achieve your goal or not. You see. And this is key. Whenever you want something or you desire it, you are sending a strong signal to your subconscious mind that you don't have it. And because your mind is only creative, it will continue to produce the exact opposite of what you want. Perhaps you have noticed this yourself if you think back to a time when you were really striving hard for what you want. It probably felt like there were invisible walls in the way, or maybe it felt a bit like driving with the emergency brake on. What the Seed and a Method program I mentioned earlier teaches is that when we let go of any emotional attachments to the outcomes, we are far more likely to get what we want in those situations. In other words, if we released all of the negativity and all of the lacking associated with what we want, we are far more likely to achieve it. Perhaps you have also noticed this phenomenon as well. The side benefit is that it's also a cool feeling to be free of the attachment to the goal. We spend so much of our time struggling, and I'll be happy when I make X amount of dollars, or I'll be happy when I reach my target weight. We are miserable up until the completion of the goal. And the irony is, all that misery and struggle keeps the goal out of reach for most of us. It keeps us out of the flow of life. Not exactly a fun way to live. I certainly didn't enjoy it. So may I ask you a question? Would you rather want your goal or just a bit? I know I asked it at the beginning of the chapter, but it's important. You see, want equals lack to the subconscious mind. Can you stand up and sit down at the same time? And so it is with wanting. You can't want something and have it at the same time. If you were to make a list of everything you wanted in the left-hand column, and made a list of everything you have in the right column, how many of your wants are over on the right side? Starting to make sense now? What I learned in the Sedana Method course is a way to actually make the secret work. The real secret is letting go of the subconscious thoughts, feelings, and programs that block you from having, doing, and being what you want in life. It's a much easier way to go about your goals when you aren't so emotionally attached to them. You can actually enjoy the journey instead of just the destination. And the journey in most cases lasts a lot longer. So might as well enjoy it, methinks. In the next 2 chapters I am going to talk more about subconscious programs and have a chapter each for increasing wealth and weight loss. 2 subjects that most of us can relate to. Do you have the wealth you desire? If not, maybe I can share a few things with you. I certainly don't want to come across as a know-it-all or a guru, but I would like to share some things with you that I have learned over the years. If that's okay with you, of course. Does it seem like the more you want or need money, the more it eludes you? Wealth increase is one of the most widely and often reported benefits of people who use the Sedana method. I will explain the reason why in this chapter and also tie together how to make the law of attraction work much better for you. It is believed that up to 98% of the thoughts we have each and every day are thoughts that are subconscious. So maybe 2% of the thoughts we have daily are conscious. This is where a lot of the techniques such as in the movie The Secret come short. Controlling only 2 to 5% of your total thoughts isn't going to work very well when 95 to 98% of the thoughts below the surface are in conflict with what you want. What the Sedana method teaches you is how to let go of all of the garbage, all of the negative thoughts, feelings, and programs that are lurking below the surface and sabotaging us in our endeavors. When there is no subconscious resistance to getting what you want, then you achieve your goals so much easier and you are just more in flow of life. An example, if you are tired of working 7 days a week to try and make ends meet, your thoughts are going to be negative. You are going to ask yourself constantly if this is the way it is always going to be. Why can't I be rich? Why can't I find a good job that pays well? These thoughts are attracting negativity to you. The secret to stopping this pattern is to release the negative thoughts and feelings from your subconscious that you probably are not even aware of. Controlling your conscious thoughts is not enough. It is really the thoughts and feelings in your subconscious that is running the show. When you learn to release them, you can naturally think more and you will naturally be more successful. And with a lot less effort than you are putting forth now. So it is possible to increase your wealth if you can get the negative thoughts and feelings to leave your mind. And the thing I have found when applying the Sedana method is that when you are working on one area, say attracting wealth, by releasing the negative programs in that area, other areas of life will clear up as well, because negativity is negativity. That is why when most people have financial difficulties, they usually have relationship or health issues and vice versa. So essentially what happens is when you release all of your anti-programs in your subconscious mind, you essentially put the law of attraction on steroids. What do I mean by that? Well, when you focus on what you want and you are free of everything in your subconscious that is in conflict with what you want, Your thoughts are incredibly magnetic at this point. So the reason why The Secret and the Law of Attraction works for some people or only in some areas of your life is because you don't have a lot of counter-intentions in your subconscious. When your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are in conflict, your subconscious mind always wins. Always. That is why it's so hard to break a habit. If you release those negative programs and feelings that drive the habit, however, the habits just drops away all by itself. In the next chapter, I'll discuss weight loss. Weight loss and body image issue were a nightmare for me. I wish I had found the method back in high school. Or even college for that matter. Conquer weight loss once and for all. Is the whole weight loss cycle a struggle for you? Not just physically, but mentally as well? It's bad enough to not lose the weight you want to lose, but thrown in the internal struggle and it can feel like you can't win. The on-again off-again dieting and obsessing about food is enough to drive the most grounded among us mad. In this chapter, I will discuss some of my personal struggles with weight and food and how programs like the Sedona method can help release that which is causing the weight concerns in the first place. Hopefully, you may even get a chuckle. So, what I have found is that the mental game of weight loss is really the deciding factor. And it gets lost in the profits that are diet books/programs, diet supplements, liposuction etc. Only problem is, there is not a lot of profit in teaching you how to easily release the subconscious blocks that cause/hold on to your excess weight in the first place. A typical scenario is that you are on the best diet and/or workout program, especially after the new year, and something triggers you and you go on a binge. This is common for both men and women who are on diets, as diets tell you what you can't have, which causes an internal struggle. And therein lies the problem. The internal struggle causes you to constantly think about/picture in your mind the foods that you can't have. And all of this internal pressure, which are nothing more than feelings, builds up until you can't stand it anymore and you either go nuts on some pizza and ice cream, like I used to, or you muster up more willpower and the internal pressure just builds up some more. Well, what the industry doesn't want you to know is that no diet or supplement or diet pill or workout routine will solve these internal blocks. There are many possible internal blocks. I am just mentioning a common one. But it is my opinion that all of people's weight loss struggles originate in the negative thoughts and feelings, programs, that reside in your subconscious mind. When you release these programs with a technique like the Sedona method or one similar, weight loss becomes much easier. The feelings that motivate you to eat unhealthy food just go away and you are not thinking about and obsessing over food. It just becomes food. Nothing more. Nothing less. Now you can eat your favorite food or dessert, and because there are no internal feelings about it, you can just enjoy it in the amount that is perfect for you. This whole subject is something that I am rather passionate about, as ever since '91 I was always obsessing over my body. And the funny thing was, I had a nice physique by most standards, but I always felt fat. It's funny how those feelings can distort things. Well, not really. So as many of us have learned by watching the movie The Secret, we get what we think about most. So I felt I was fat. And became fat. And because I felt I was fat, I acted fat and had eating habits that would make one do a double take if they saw me devour a pizza like it was my last meal. I think I still get Christmas cards from the various neighborhood pizza joints. I was always doing the most advanced workouts and the most advanced diets. I was even doing this crazy Bulgarian workout which worked great, but I had to work out twice a day. Doesn't leave much time for a social life. Or to go out on a date with the girls for whom I was working out Tuesday to impress. So I would slip back into my old habits. It's probably no surprise that I didn't finally start making permanent progress until I released all of my subconscious programs around my body and food with the Sedona method. Now I wish I had all of that money back that I spent on supplements and cutting-edge diet/workout programs. Lesson learned. A lot of these eating plans and workouts will work. And will work well, but only if you release your inner blocks to looking and feeling the way you want, as well as the blocks around food if that is an issue for you. Once you do that, then the realistic programs are a breeze to follow, as you will naturally want to be healthier, as that is our innate biology. It has just been covered up with faulty subconscious programming. I really hope you enjoyed this section. I am pretty passionate about this subject and would encourage you, if you are struggling with weight, overeating, and your body image issues, to look into the mental aspect of the issue. The Sedona Method course really helped me out, but there are other courses as well. I would advise you to make sure that whatever program you choose, make sure it releases subconscious programming, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. That's where it's at. That is the real secret. I really want to thank you for reading my report. If you know anyone who you feel could benefit from it, feel free to pass it along. If you would like to find out more how the Sedona Method works and to get a taste of it, please visit www.sedona.com. You can get a free DVD there, and there are tons of great articles on using it for depression, low self-esteem, improving relationships, and a lot more. I would have included some examples of the method in action in this report, but I am not sure of the legality of it. And frankly, they would do a much better job of giving you a taste of what the method is like than I ever could. I wish you much happiness and success. Brian McPherson. SedonaMethodReview.com